5:53 in the morning. We are broadcasting live from the 1-800-THE-LAW 2 studio. I'm Dominique DiPrima. This is the front page. You know that. We're talking with Kailand Morris. He is a fashion model, a designer, and a community activist in his own right. He's also the son of Stevie Wonder, a.k.a. Kailand Morris, who is the owner of this radio station and an iconic, legendary artist as well as activist. And I think we have father and son both back on the line now. Kailand and Stevie, are you there?
Hey, when you said I was the owner, I said, am I? You could say something so small like that and it can go viral. Like, he said, am I? Am I? I mean, really, am I?
Am I?
You are, right?
I mean, hey. Was that thing from the movie Do the Right Thing? He says, those who know don't tell, and those who tell don't know. I love that quote. Really
I'm not telling.
But I just wanted to say, from the standpoint, I mean, I see, my children going out there, and I feel good about it. I feel good because, I mean, it's true. There was a time when I was growing up and they were saying, we can't vote. Not me, because I was young. I was too young. Vote. But I saw that experience, and I think that it's very clear. We've seen every reason that we can imagine to make a change administratively as to where we are in this nation. We have some, 137,000 lives that have been lost in this pandemic, and in part because of irresponsibility. People not being responsible. And my concern really is people, they misconstrue religion with the real relationship. To me, all this stuff is always foolish to me when I hear about hate and when I hear about people not liking someone because of the color of their skin, it seems absurd to me, because in that same breath you say you love God, or you say you love Allah, or whatever your faith is. And so it's like you're a complete contradiction to yourself, because how can you not love those made in God's image, meaning the image that he saw us as being? And so, it's absurd to me. And it will always be absurd to me. But I'm also a believer, and I've always tried to tell my kids, look, nothing's impossible. Greatness is not impossible. To achieve is not impossible. But you can't say, well, my vote doesn't matter, because power has always been in numbers. So it is a commitment that you have to make to say, listen, this is what we need. And we are for the good of ourselves, but not just ourselves. Life has shown the world that we have been for the good of all people, because we are the original people of the planet. And it's just that simple. So you have to wear that crown and own it and live in it. You can't ever fall into the ignorance of people that would say less. You are the greatness that God has created. And so therefore, move forward and do your best for your family, for the family, and for the world family. It's very simple to me. It's not complicated. Yeah. So all this hate stuff is like, it's sickening me. You know what? I'm taking over your interview. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Do your thing.
Well, but you guys, your messages are complementing each other, and I think it is a powerful message, because one of the things that happened in our last election was that people started to believe that their vote didn't matter, that both parties were the same, that maybe the electoral college trumps the vote, and all those kinds of things that we get caught up
all that.
with.
Listen, here's what: if people unanimously, I will say this. Every single one of my fans in the world, please do me a favor. Vote for the change that we are overdue needed. Okay? If you love me any kind of way, do not allow this craziness to happen again. And guess what? Don't get confused by distractions. You have distractions out there. People say, "Well, I'm gonna vote." Listen, I'm not gonna run for nothing but for my keyboard. Or my arpeggio, or my children, or my wife, or the family. But as far as running for some particular political position, that's not what I do. There was a time I talked about running for mayor of Detroit, which I'm sure that I could have done it. But again, I would have to have the experience. I think the thing that bothers me the most, can I just say this, Kailand?
Hey, you're good.
The thing that bothers me the most, and this is what the problem is with hate. So we have a President Barack Obama. Okay, he's the first, officially the first. I mean, there was another person who ran, but there was like so much confusion in those days of Reconstruction and all that, okay, so he's the first person, black man or man of color, that runs for president, and the world, people go crazy. I can't believe it. People go nuts. And so that goes to show you how far people have to go in them understanding that, listen, if you really, really are committed to making the world better, whether it be a woman, whether it be a person of the various colors that God has created, whomever, your commitment has to be to wanting to see the world be a better place. And if you're committed to that, then it will be that. But for as long as we hold on to this foolishness, it will not change. And listen, young people, talking to you, don't let this moment die down. Stay on it. Be on it. Demand the change that you talk about. Don't let the issue become, well, what about the black on black crime? We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this here, right here. As to black on black crime, we have to do that within our communities and do that. Mm-hmm. And even those that are in positions of being able to do something, and it's and you're in the community, then you do your best. You motivate the people. You don't wait for the man to say, well, hey, this is what you need to do. So don't get it confused. The issue is Black lives do matter, and that's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with the systemic racism. We're dealing with the things that we've seen for years. I know we got to go in a minute, right? But
yeah, we have to go.
Don't get confused.
It's your station, though, so it's what you say.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I could. Hey, I know Steve. Hey, Steve, forget it. I'm sorry. You out. No.
Well, and I just want Stevie, that black on black crime is a term that I have a problem with, because people kill the people they love, sadly. So until we say brown on brown or white on white crime, you got white on white crime. You got all the various people in their communities do that thing. But again, it's a distraction from the issue. So then it's like, okay, and then you have people even in supposed responsible positions that fall into that. Stay on the point. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. Let's deal with one thing at a time, and let's deal with it so that we really are moving forward with something. Well, it's
Kailand?
I'm with you.
We give Kailand the last word here, Steve. Shall we?
Yes,
What would you like to leave us with this morning, Kailand Morris? And I'm really honored, by the way, to have the opportunity to interview father and son. This is really exciting and historic.
Yeah, no, this is special. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, really.
So what would you like to leave us with this morning, Kailand Morris?
I would like to leave you with, Similar to what my pop said, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I would say just focus on what you're doing, focus on the change that you can encourage, and that will indeed, it will indeed go a long way.
Well, Stevie and Kailand Morris, thank you guys both so very much for being with me this morning.
Thank you.
Family, we got to go. Passing the mic back to Steve Harvey. I will see you tomorrow. Until next time, Radio Free Family, one love.